All right, welcome to Larry Krueger's Pig in a Pickle Krug Show. Have a great day today, and we're talking a little baseball here, a little Giants video. How about this report? Now, I know Giants fans don't want to get involved in another endless free agent search that produces zero. See Giancarlo Stanton, see Aaron Judge, see Carlos Correa. But according to John Heyman, the Giants are one of the early favorites to land Shohei Ohtani in free agency. Ohtani's just months away from free agency. And according to Heyman, the Giants are one of the top free agent choices for Ohtani. And of course, you all know Ohtani plays for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. He's in the middle of an unprecedented season. He may wind up leading the American League in home runs and strikeouts as a pitcher. How about that? He's 7-3 on the mound, and he's striking out 12 batters per nine. And at the plate, he's raking. He's leading the league in home runs, leading the league in RBIs, triples, slugging percentage. He's crushing the baseball, and he's slugging at a ridiculous clip. So it's just you look at Ohtani, he is absolutely killing the baseball, and he's headed towards a historic free agent period. And Heyman calls Ohtani baseball's best player maybe ever. And according to Heyman, the Giants are one of three teams with the best shot at signing him. You guys want to guess the other two? The Angels, his current team, and of course, the Dodgers. The Dodgers want Ohtani, and so do the Giants. Now, the assumption is that his contract is going to start out at $50 million at the lowest. But, is it going to be the highest offer? Is it going to be where he wants to live? Is it going to be, he lives in Southern Cal, obviously. Does he want to continue to live in Southern California? Does he want to come to the Bay Area? And Heyman makes the Giants case, and the Giants have a compelling case. He says the Giants have $360 million left from Aaron Judge and Carlos Correa and those failed pursuits, and they're in excellent shape financially, and maybe even in better shape than almost, then he says better shape with the A's almost sure to be leaving for Vegas. So his theory is, the A's are leaving for Vegas, and the Giants saved all that money by not getting Judge and Correa. Here's the bottom line on the Giants: they have as much money as they want. They built their own stadium, and they've paid it off. So everything that comes through their turnstiles is profit. They have no mortgage, and they're, so they have a lot of money. Then they have the Mission Rock project being developed south of the ballpark. We're talking about historic. They may be leveraged on some levels, on some end, but I mean, we're talking about historic wealth that is being accrued here on the backs of this ballpark and this development south of the ballpark. So the Giants have as much money as they want. It's just a matter of what do they want to spend it on, and when do they want to spend it. And I think you could make an argument that this offseason would be a great time for the Giants to spend it. Why? Because their farm system's producing, and they can take a big swing on a headliner like Ohtani and let him front the thing and draw tons of fans and get people going through the turnstiles. And they can make do building out the rest of their 26-man roster with their own farm system, because their farm system is actually beginning to produce. I think we'll see Kyle Harrison and Carson Whisenhunt up before long. Those are two big-time left-handed pitchers. Matos, I think, is their center fielder of the future. I think Casey Schmidt is their third baseman of the future. There's no doubt in my mind that Patrick Bailey is their catcher of the present and future. And they're all in place, and they've done a really nice job in the draft, and they get a really deep farm system. So this would be the right time for the Giants to go get Shohei Ohtani. This would be the right time to pull the trigger on that size move, and he would be a tremendous draw. There's no question. I would start the bidding at like $60 or $70 million a year, and start trying to blow everybody out of the water and just get it done. And why do I say that? Because I really think when you look at what he means to the turnstiles and what he could mean to the marketing, what he could mean on that front, he is a player that you just need to get him signed, because he will pay for himself and then some. He means revenue. Most players don't drive revenue, or hardly at all drive revenue. Maybe the team's success drives revenue, but very few individual players in the sport do. Shohei Ohtani does. and will continue to. And in this market, it would be absolutely huge. So to me, there's not a bad deal you can cut for Ohtani. He's a dominant pitcher. He's a dominant hitter. He's an unbelievable attraction. He's a great guy. He'll be very, very popular in San Francisco, and the Giants' ticket sales will go up dramatically if you have him. He's way, way, way better option than Carlos Correa. Aaron Judge, Judge been hurt this year, but you could make an argument that Ohtani's a better attraction than Judge or Stanton. So, or even, Bryce Harper. He's a very, very popular player, and the Giants should go all in. And if that means starting significantly above everybody else, if you get this guy and you can market him in the Bay Area, I don't think you can make a bad deal. I don't think there's a bad deal that can be made for Shohei Ohtani. He's going to drive so many people into the park. So many more people will watch on TV and listen on the radio. So many more people will buy his jersey and the merchandising and the interest in the club. I mean, overall, I think he's a guy that will, definitely pay for himself. And he's a tremendous player. And I think he would fit into their culture. Supposedly he's a very hardworking player. Can he keep it going as a two-way player for years and years? That's debatable. Pitching takes a lot out of you, but he truly is the modern day Ruth. He's a legitimate big time starting pitcher who can front a rotation, and he's your number 4 hitter who can be the thunder in the middle of the lineup. So what a player. What an unbelievable player Shohei Ohtani is. And I can only imagine where the bidding's going. I could easily see, $50 million a year, $500 million, but I think it's going to even get bigger than that. I could see the thing becoming a bigger, this is clearly going to be a historic deal. And once again, when you think of all the revenue potential, and how young your farm system is around him, I don't think there's a dollar figure the Giants could offer that you would look back and go, that's a bad deal. I mean, there's really not. Unless you're getting just ridiculous money. If you offered him $75 million a year and you gave him $750 million over 10 years, that would blow away the salary structure in MLB. And it would still wind up being a good deal because of what you could potentially make, as far as the growth of your overall value of your franchise. In addition to that's in the future, but then you also have the merchandising growth, that potential, and the marketing growth. I think he could be absolutely huge. He transcends baseball. He's more than just a baseball player. He's an attraction. And if you have him and people are packing the house and you're drawing 3 million fans and there's all kinds of excitement and buzz about Giants baseball, that's going to increase the brand. That's going to increase the value, the growth, and the value will be much more significant than what you're paying in a single player contract to have this guy as a baseball player. So I would love to see their pitch. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly they pitch. Hopefully they've got a really well prepared pitch. And how great would that be? Shohei in the middle of a lineup that has Patrick Bailey, Casey Schmidt, Luis Matos. That would be an incredible thing. He might be the centerpiece of the next great Giant World Series team. It'd be exciting to see. And once again, any price, virtually any price. I don't know if I'd go $1 billion, but if you want me to go to $750 million over a 10-year deal, I think I could go there. I think I could go there for Shohei Ohtani. It's an astronomical record-breaking figure, but ultimately, in the long term, I think it would pay for itself. All right. Appreciate you watching The Krug Show. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. Have a great day, and thanks for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.